Let's get straight to the point. Number 8. The "we are a family" trap. Let's be real. Unless your boss is literally your dad, and even then it's sketchy, your workplace is not a family. It's a cold, hard transaction. When a company uses family language, your internal alarm bells should scream louder than a fire drill. You don't fire your brother for a low growth index, and you don't put grandma on a performance improvement plan for forgetting to circle back on the laundry. This is a psychological hack to bypass your professional boundaries. They're asking for family favors, like staying until 9 p.m., without paying for that devotion. In a real family, support is unconditional. Here, it's conditional on your revenue. It's manipulation wrapped in a team player vest. Scientifically, this is organizational identification. The Journal of Business Ethics notes that over-identifying with a firm leads to massive burnout and unethical loyalty. Your oxytocin is being hijacked by a manager named Gary wanting a bonus. When the family hits a rough patch, guess who gets disowned first? It's not the CEO. You cannot pay your monthly rent in pepperoni pizza slices. Keep your boundaries firm.
Number 7. The productivity paradox. Ever wonder why the guy who types at 3 words per minute and spends half his day at the coffee machine seems less stressed than you? It's because he's figured out the productivity paradox. In the modern office, the reward for doing a good job is just more work. If you finish your Friday tasks by Thursday afternoon because you're a rock star, your boss isn't going to give you a gold star and let you go home. No, they're going to hand you the messy spreadsheet that Brenda from accounting has been ignoring since 2019. By being efficient, you've essentially volunteered for extra labor with zero extra pay. It's like winning a pie-eating contest where the prize is just more pie. Scientifically, this is Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time available. If you finish in 2 hours what others do in 8, you have 6 hours of vulnerability. Managers suffer from the labor illusion. They value effort they can see over actual results. If you make it look easy, they think it is easy. Stop sprinting to a finish line that doesn't exist. Your speed is just a discount for the firm. Pace yourself or drown.
Number 6. The open door policy trap. Imagine your boss says, "My door is always open." It sounds so inviting, right? But in reality, that door is a Venus flytrap. It's an invitation to provide honest feedback that will be used against you later. When you walk in to vent, you aren't building a bridge, you're handing them matches to burn it down. This policy is a data mining operation to identify troublemakers before they organize. Scientifically, this relates to status quo bias. Leadership wants to maintain power, not change it. A study in the Academy of Management Journal found that employees who speak up often receive lower performance ratings because they are seen as challenging authority. HR isn't there to protect you, they protect the firm from you. That open door is just a shortcut to the exit. Keep your real feedback for the private group chat. Transparency is a one-way street. They want to see into your head, but keep their own plans locked away. Don't be the fly in the web. Real change requires leverage, not a casual chat over coffee. Protect your peace and your paycheck. Always stay one step ahead of the trap. Number 5. The work-life balance myth. If you actually believe in work-life balance, you probably still think your permanent record from 3rd grade matters to recruiters. This term is a shiny carrot dangled by HR to keep you from noticing that the balance is actually a seesaw with a 3-ton elephant sitting on the work side. The 40-hour workweek was standardized by Henry Ford way back in 1926, not because he was a nice guy, but because he realized exhausted people don't buy cars. Fast forward a century, and we're still using this ancient metric despite having AI and high-speed internet. Why? Because it's about visibility and control, not actual output. Stanford researchers found that productivity plummets after 50 hours a week. Basically, at that point, you're just making expensive mistakes and drinking too much lukewarm office coffee. Your boss knows this, but they want your presence because it feels like value. Work-life balance is just a polite way of saying work as much as possible until you almost break, then take a Sunday afternoon to cry in a dark room. It's a psychological trick to make you feel guilty for having a pulse outside of the office. True balance is a myth sold to keep you running on the treadmill. It's not a balance, it's a hostage situation with better snacks. You aren't a person, you're a line item on a spreadsheet that they want to maximize. If the balance were real, you wouldn't need a wellness app to remind you to breathe. Number 4. The Meritocracy Mirage. Think working harder than everyone else is your ticket to the corner office? That's adorable. The idea that the most deserving person gets the promotion is the adult version of the tooth fairy. It's a story told to keep you from asking where the money actually goes. In reality, your workplace is governed by the halo effect, a cognitive bias where if your boss likes your vibe, they suddenly think you're a genius at everything. It's not about how much you do, it's about who sees you doing it. Then there's the Peter principle, the observation that people rise to their level of incompetence. You're a great coder, they make you a manager. Now you're a terrible manager, so you stay there forever, clogging the pipeline. Scientific studies on social capital show that knowing people is 70% of the battle, while being good is just the entry fee. Your boss wants you to believe in meritocracy because it turns your coworkers into rivals. If you believe the system is fair, you'll blame yourself when you're passed over instead of looking at the rigged game. Hard work is just the engine. Office politics is the steering wheel. Without the wheel, you're just driving really fast into a brick wall of middle management. Stop thinking the spreadsheet will save you. It won't. You are just a cog that is easily replaced by a cheaper cog if you don't play the social game. Real power isn't earned, it's networked. Stay sharp.
Number 3, the passion payment plan. Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life is the biggest lie since low-fat diets. In reality, passion is corporate code for we'll underpay you and you'll thank us for the opportunity. When a job posting says they want someone passionate, they aren't looking for a hobbyist. They want someone whose identity is so tied to their work that they'll feel guilty for asking for a raise. It's the ultimate exploitation hack. Scientifically, this is known as passion exploitation. A study from Duke University found that people see it as more legitimate to exploit workers in fields like the arts, nursing, or animal care because the work is supposedly fun. Your landlord, however, does not accept artistic fulfillment as a form of payment. If you love what you do, your boss has emotional leverage. They know you won't quit because you care about the mission. This is how they get you to work through vacation and ignore your mental health. Your passion is their profit margin. The moment you treat a job like a calling instead of a contract, you've lost. If you do what you love for a living, you'll just end up hating your hobby. Don't let them turn your joy into a discount on their labor costs. Your paycheck should reflect your skill, not your enthusiasm. Passion is for the weekend. Cash is for the 9 to 5.
Number 2, the loyalty lie. Think that 10-year service pin will fund your retirement? Think again. Loyalty is a one-way street that leads to a dead end. Your boss wants you to believe staying the course shows character, but it actually shows you're fine with being underpaid. The loyalty tax is a cold reality. Statistics show that employees staying over 2 years earn 50% less over their lifetime than those who jump ship. Your current company offers a 3% raise, while a new one offers 20% to get you in. Scientifically, this taps into the sunk cost fallacy. You've put years in, so your brain thinks leaving is a waste, even if the building is on fire. Companies bank on status quo bias, our tendency to prefer things stay the same. They bet on your fear to keep you in a cubicle for a decade. That anniversary clock is just a thanks for not checking LinkedIn trophy. Today, loyalty's prize is often a mass layoff via Zoom. If you died tomorrow, your job would be posted before your obituary. Treat employment like a subscription. If the value drops, hit cancel. Stop being a lifer in a world that only cares about the next quarter. You are an asset, not a human. Move or sink. Always move.
Number 1, the "we're all in the same boat" lie. This is the ultimate corporate hallucination designed to make you feel like the company's profit margin is your personal victory. It's like being on the Titanic and being told that if you polish the silver well enough, the iceberg will just melt out of respect. When the CEO announces record-breaking profits, do you see a record-breaking check in your mailbox? Probably not. You get a firm handshake and maybe a branded mug. But when the company faces challenges, suddenly it's a shared burden. Everyone needs to tighten their belts and make sacrifices, which usually means your health insurance gets worse. Scientifically, this is goal congruence, a management theory used to trick your brain into releasing dopamine when the company hits a target you don't even benefit from. It's a bait and switch. You aren't in the boat, you are the engine. Engines are replaceable. The boat belongs to people who don't even know your name.
If the ship sinks, they have lifeboats made of stock options, while you're left swimming in a sea of open-to-work posts. You work to live. Don't let a logo define your worth.
If you found this more useful than your last performance review, hit like. Share this with a coworker who still thinks pizza parties are a raise, and subscribe. We post every single day to keep you from becoming a corporate zombie. Now, get back to working. Or don't. I'm not Gary, and I actually want you to have a life. Stay cool and stay skeptical.